Hello children, an enthusiastic and energetic day, dear. We welcome you all to the English Corner. Children, do you know what topic today we are going to continue? Yes, it is grammar, pronouns, right? You all have seen that last session, right? Do you understand, dear? Do you have any doubt in this pronouns? Let's have a small recap of what is a pronoun. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun, right? Here are some example words for a pronoun, right? Then why we have to learn pronoun? What are the uses of pronoun? See, pronouns indicate position. Pronouns are used to point out peoples or objects. Pronouns are used to ask questions. Pronouns specify indefinite nouns, and pronouns reflect back the action of the subject, right? So all these are small uses of pronouns. Shall we go in deep into the pronouns, dear? What are the types and how we have to use all that? Shall we? Types of pronouns. You know, I have given 9 types of pronouns here. Personal pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, indefinite pronouns, possessive pronouns, reciprocal pronouns, relative pronouns, reflexive pronouns, and intensive pronouns. All these we are going to see one by one, I said, right? So first is personal pronoun. Personal, the word itself says it represents people, right? Personal pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, they, right? More often than not, they replaces noun representing people, right? Most people think of pronouns, it is a personal pronoun. When you think about people, it has to come to your mind that it is a personal pronoun, right? In short, used to represent people or things. When it is representing things, dear, when a non-living thing becomes a living thing. What is this? Ma'am is saying a non-living thing, how it will become a living thing? When a poet represent a flower as a human being, okay, then the flower will be represented as a personal pronoun. That is called personification. That you have learned it previously and we will learn it in future also. Personification, it is a figure of speech, right? Now personal pronouns, we saw subjective, objective, possessive and reflexive, singular and plural. I, you, he, she, it, all these comes under subjective, singular. We, you, they, subjective, plural. Me, you, him, her, it, objective, singular. Us, you, them. This is objective, plural. All these are very basic and very important. Possessive, my, your, his, her, its. Possessive, singular. Our, your, their. Possessive, plural. Mine, yours, his, hers. It's only here, not used. It is not used here. All these are possessive, singular. Ours, yours, theirs. Possessive, plural. Now, myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself. All these are reflexive, singular. Ourselves, yourselves, themselves. All these are reflexive, plural. Right? Now, this is first person, second person, third person, singular. Again, first person, second person, third person, plural form. All these we learnt previously, right? Then comes demonstrative pronoun. A demonstrative pronoun is a pronoun that represents a noun, expresses its position as near and far. This we saw, this, that, singular, okay, these, those, plural. This is used for near and these are used for near. That is used for far away, distance, to mention far away, and those are used for plural far, right? So next is indefinite pronouns. Unlike demonstrative pronouns, which point out specific items, indefinite pronouns are used for non-specific items, I told. This is very vast, right? All, some, any, several, anybody, nobody, each, both, few, either, none. Okay, so etc. etc. Example, somebody must have seen the driver leave. Somebody only. We don't know who is that specific person. Somebody is not a specific person here, right? So all these are considered as indefinite pronouns. So indefinite pronoun refers to a person or a thing without being specific. I have eaten everything in the fridge. Everything means what? Everything means egg, meat, whatever it is there, that girl will eat. So it is not specific. I need to find something. It is not specific. I have nothing for breakfast. Anything would be okay. So all these are indefinite pronoun without being specific. Is it clear? Indefinite pronouns, the pronoun that refers to a person or a thing without being specific. Right, the difference between here only, we left the session, the difference between indefinite pronoun and indefinite adjective. So when a word like all, any, anyone, etc. is used as an adjective, it is known as an indefinite adjective. I hope you remember adjectives. Adjective describes noun, right? But pronoun will replace a noun. Instead of noun, a pronoun will come. And an adjective will add an extra to the noun. Right? All in the lobby must remain seated. This is an indefinite pronoun. All person. So all here refers to all personal. All is, this is an indefinite adjective. It modify personal. If I say simply all, it is a pronoun. When I say all personal, so personal becomes noun here and all becomes an adjective. Can you able to understand? Please take some to Mrs. Chandler. Some becomes an indefinite pronoun. Please take some lemon. So lemon is noun and some is adding extra. So it becomes an adjective here, right? So are indefinite pronouns singular or plural? This is a question which raises in our mind. Some indefinite pronouns are always singular. Some are always plural. And some can be both depending on the surrounding text and context. I will show you a tabular column which will give you a clear idea about indefinite pronouns, singular and plural, right? So singular indefinite pronouns, plural indefinite pronouns, and indefinite pronouns which can be singular or plural. So both. Shall I read singular alone? Okay, I am reading singular alone. Just go through this. So whenever you are using all these words, you just check the sentence whether it is representing singular, right? Another, anybody, anyone, anything, each, either, enough, everybody, everyone, everything, less, little, much, neither, nobody, no one, nothing, one, other, somebody, someone, something. All these comes under singular indefinite pronouns. Plural indefinite pronouns, both. Both means two. Okay, so here it is considered as plural. Both, few, fewer, many, others, several, right? Both, few, fewer, many, others, several. Now, indefinite pronouns which can be singular or can be plural, right? All, any, more, most, none, some, such. All these are considered as indefinite pronouns which can be singular or plural, right? I hope this tableau column will be somewhat useful. When you are using, then only you can able to understand it more clearly, right? Now next comes interrogative pronouns. Interrogative. The word itself says it is a question. When you talk about sentence also, interrogative sentences. So interrogative represent questions. Interrogative pronouns are used in questions. Although they are classified as pronouns, it is not easy to see how they replaces a noun. It is little bit difficult, right? So who, which, what, where and how are all interrogative pronouns. Example, who told you to do that? Which dog wants the race? What is your name? Which subject you like? Where are you coming from? How are you? Right? I hope I told all the question words. I used all the question words, right? Here, interrogative pronouns are used in questions. Although they are classified as pronouns, we are not sure that how it replaces a noun, right? So the question words are here. We'll see the next figure. Interrogative. The main interrogative pronouns are what, which, who, whom, whose. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. The other less common interrogative pronouns are the same as the ones above but with the suffix ever or soever, whatever, whichever, whatsoever, whichsoever. So all these are also called as interrogative pronouns, but they will not use it. They are using it very less. So the main interrogative pronouns are what, which, who, whom and whose, right? They are used to ask questions. Is it clear? The other less common interrogative pronouns, otherwise they are used less in number, right? Whatever happens, I'll be back of you. Whichever, whatsoever, whichsoever. All these are also interrogative pronouns. Is it clear, dear? Right. So, example here. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask question. Who for people, used as a subject of a verb. See this small shaded portion represent how an interrogative pronoun is used, right? For what? For people used as a subject of a verb. See, who loves pies? Who won yesterday? Right? Can you able to understand this example? Who won? Who won? Who loves? Now, whom for people used as an object of a verb or preposition. You saw whom? You went with whom? Right? Whom you saw? Whom you went with? Like that, they'll ask, you saw whom? You went with whom? So, with is a preposition, whom is an object, right? Saw is a verb, and whom is acting as an object. Whose for people, used for possession. So this daily in our class it will happen. Whose pencil is this? Whose pen is this? Whose chalk piece is this? Whose box is this? All these questions we will raise, right? So children, we will see this In the next session, dear, it's time to say thank you.